Hello, Cancer people. Welcome to Three Crows Runes. My name is Jen. Let's do some rune readings. Today we are doing readings for January 2025. I know, oh my gosh, 2025. We are using... Already, we are using the Tarot of the Magical Forest, and we are using the Elder Futhark on the Willow Wood. Let's get started with a card from the Tarot of the Magical Forest, and we have the Knight of Chalices. Sorry, the Knave of Chalices. The Page of Cups. So that's interesting. That's revealed a lot of things to me just now. I saw the K. My glasses were a bit blurry, but that's okay. So it's the Knave of Chalices, otherwise known as the Page of Cups. So, Cancer people, something is going to be revealed to you that may startle you, coming out of a place of emotion, coming out of a place of creativity, coming out of a place of love. And so you may be like immersed in all of this, which you tend to be as a Cancer, and then suddenly something is going to surprise you. Something is going to come up that is a lot more alive than you expected, peeking out of the cup that you have filled. And then you're going to look at it, and you're going to look at each other, and you're going to be like, well, now I have to do something about this. This fish. So let's get some runes down and see some clarity on this particular card. Ooh, yeah, stopped you in your tracks. Interesting. Very interesting. Right. Okay, so Cancer people, central issue. We have Avaz reversed. Avaz is the rune of the horse. This has to do with movement and also spirit. Reversed, it has to do with, first of all, you're not moving forward. You're going to have a moment of pause this month. You're going to pause because of this. Yeah, you're not going to gallop forward. If you're doing any galloping, it's going to be inwardly, and you're going to be letting your spirit carry you inwardly on this to move you forward. Since you're not moving forward outwardly on this, this is going to basically stop you in your tracks. What has led up to this is we have Berkana reversed. Berkana is the rune of the birch tree. It has to do with beginnings and birth. There may be something that was beginning that has either stopped beginning or has been backburnered. And this may be, well, this is definitely related to that. But it's one of the reasons why you've stopped in your tracks. You're like, wait a minute. And maybe one of the reasons is that you really have to get a really good look at this. Like maybe this little thing that's coming out, it's like, what is happening with this? So I'm not sure if I want to throw more runes down. We'll read the rest and then we'll see if we want to throw more runes down on this. But I do want to see another rune on the Berkana. It's worrying me now. Yeah, so like this beginning, like this is all, I'm going to read it a couple ways. First of all, this is all there was going to be for now. Like this beginning was, I think the late great John Barlow at one point did this. He was at a poetry reading and he was reading a poem and he said the introduction to the poem and then he stopped and he looked at the poem and he said, I think I just wanted to do the introduction to that poem. And then he moved on to another poem. So it's kind of like, that's all that was going to be. It was just a peek, you know, but also this was an agreement. But it may also have been something that you'd planned. So the plan may still be in play, and the fact that this is here in the end rune of this spread says that you may come back to it, or you may come back to it plus. Like maybe the reason this stopped is that there was something that had to get added to it that would make it more. But I don't know. Like I think if this is not a backburnering and an end of a beginning, instead of just a backburnering where it's going to resurface in another form here, I'm going to just say that you have to sort of feel like that's all that was going to be, you know. I don't want to. This could be something really, really, really very sad, and I don't want to think about that. So if that's the case for you, honestly, like I'm so sorry, and sending you all the best, hugs and all that. Moving forward, we have basically it stopped you in your tracks. This thing that has come up. What is going to help you? We have Fehu reversed. Fehu's the rune of wealth and worth. Reversed, it has to do with inner. So it's basically sense of inner wealth, sense of inner worth, like the richness that is within. Confidence and self-esteem, absolutely. But remember that Fehu is not money yet. Fehu is not gold yet in the Futharks. In the Elder Futhark, Fehu is cattle. And cattle is the wealth that you tend. So there are things internally that, as long as you take care of them, they are going to continue to make your life feel rich. They're going to continue to make your life feel worthy. So whatever this was that started and then didn't continue, remind yourself that you are still worthy, that that you can still feel worth, that you can still feel that self-esteem, that you can still be confident. You are not less of worth. The worth continues as long as you take care of the things that take care of those cattle. What isn't going to help is, this was a surprise, I think. This was a surprise. We have Perthel, the rune of the lot box, leading from this. And the lot box is a surprise, but it's a surprise of something that was always there. So even if you didn't know what was in there, it was already there. So that this wasn't going to continue past a certain point, at least in its form, was sort of already in the box kind of thing. And so, but it can still drag you down at this point. And that's why it's so important to remind yourself, it's like, I'm still worthy. There's still a lot of really, really good in things. So even though we're currently taking a pause on this, I have to remember that. It's very important. At the end of the month, by the end of the month, we have Ingvaz. Ingvaz is Ing's rune. Ing is another name for Frey, and Frey is the fertility god. I read this as active creation. So you can move forward. It looks like the way this is combined. Like, this didn't go forward, but this is this like twice. So this is this twice. So it's like this agreement that you had, this completion that happened, but it's not this twice, which is the other thing. But these are actually yin and yang. It's like yin and yang. So maybe this that was starting needed to be a little bit more, not aggressive, but a little bit more present, like a little more active, like active yang. And this is basically you're shaping what's around you going forward. You're using what you have to control what you can, to shape what you need to as you move forward at the end of the month. So that, Cancer people, is your reading for January 2024. I wish you all the best with this. And again, virtual hugs if you need them. And I wish you a lovely day or evening. Take care till next time. Bye.